can't stand it. Out of order way you move and see you scrambling. On offense, no defense. Still strong, no weakness. Used to say I wouldn't beat this. Now they wish they could beat this. Tables set, not tables turn. Guys playing, don't say a word. Know the price, cause I know my worth. My time, get what I deserve. Trendsetter, I got style for you. Ain't seen you at the top, it's been a while for you. Big you up and they look down on you. Take one loss, no one's around for you. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop, I won't stop. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop, I won't stop. Trendsetter, I got style for you. Ain't seen you at the top, it's been a while for you. Big you up and they look down on you. Take one loss, no one's around for you. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop.
Welcome back, guys. I know I'm starting a little early here, but I figure I'm playing. Why not get it going? Thank you guys for being here on a Monday afternoon. Right now I'm playing a bad beat from the 2021 tournament. I'm playing Monty right now, so we're knocking this out, and then we'll move right into the event afterwards. Hopefully everybody had a better weekend than I did with fantasy. Jesus Christ. Got pummeled at the end of yesterday. I got tied away. I'm beginning to think that these early days, there's not a lot of people that want to watch Golden Tee right now. But I figure I have to play during the day sometimes because I got some things to do this evening. And then Monday Night Football is always a draw for a lot of you. So I know I would rather be watching the games than necessarily playing and streaming. Now, we did get a new patch out today. And it was supposed to fix things like the drops on older courses is one of the major ones that I'm seeing. Story, just say, yeah. All right, we can go deep here. Hopefully we're all seeing the videos too. Let me just make sure we're seeing it over there. Yeah, we're live. Good. Perfect. No, I don't even know who I'm playing right now in this bad beat. I think this is a Michael Brooks one, though. I'm almost positive it is. All right, so we got the big down slope here. We're going to just thumb this with release and try to let it hit and basically bounce right one. Not enough sauce on that one. Let's see what we've got. Who we're playing. All right, bad beat. No, I'm playing Robert Vogelsong here, so. My God, my thumbs are just not there yet. But it's the first thing I've done today, man. Been on phone calls most of the afternoon. All right, now we saw this hole a lot last week with the event. And we've all played this hole a bunch. I'm okay with that. I hate that hole. I really always did. Ah, there's Darren. How you doing, sir? All right, I was starting to get worried there. Normally we get some comments right away. Maybe it's just a trick to get more people talking, but we got people coming in now. There we go. For once, though, now I don't have to worry that it's my ISP causing issues. All right, there we go. We got Ken. We got Darren. I didn't get that right enough by any means. Maybe I did. Who knows? Yeah, nope, not enough. Jason, how you doing this afternoon? I probably shouldn't waste these $50 bad beats while warming up, but this one was getting close to expiring. I figured I'd knock it out. And I haven't missed a stroke yet, so that's good. We're not missing yet. Yeah, teach guy. Yeah. Fucking terrible. We gotta get warmed up. Get ready for this event, man. I haven't looked at it all, but it's 2009, so you're going back to some of my better years. Hopefully anybody played this thing yet and seen how it is? Okay, this one's always been a little easier. A lot less cut. And you can just hit a full from here most of the time. I actually like playing up and playing the cut myself, though. I've always felt like I've got a lot more control when I'm doing that. Yes, I can mess it up. I can overcut it a little bit, but as you saw there, I came real close to hitting a full cut on that. I was still fine. All right, we're getting cute there. Come on. Well, the key here is going to be sticking 18. Otherwise, we're good. Oh, yeah, and we got to get past this all. All right, Seamless. Error 13 is the most nondescript error you will ever get. It's talking about the I/O board, right? And that's what it leads you to believe is the issue based off the code. But it could be a signal coming in. So, a lot of the things that come from the 13, right? The I/O board can be reading something like low power from an object, and that's causing the error. So the first thing that I always do if I get an I/O 13 is I disconnect everything that's connected being via USB. So, but it can't, you have to have the CID and the I/O board cords plugged into the USBs at the time. So just leave those two plugged in and see if you get past a boot. When are you getting the 13 error, Seamless? Is it during gameplay? Is it coming up right when you boot up? It is a little bit more info, and I might be able to tackle this with you. The other major one, though, that I find that fixes the I/O 13 a lot of the times it's the power supplies going bad, and it's not giving you perfect power all the time. But just a little bit more info on when it's happening, what it's doing, and I might be able to help you tackle this one. And then tell her. All right, so we shot a smooth 30. That was par on the course. That's fine. We're happy with that for a bad beat game. But let's take a look at this event right now while we're waiting for Seamless to see if he's got any info on his issue, and we'll see what we can do. Actually, we don't want to check in. We want to go to events. Now, see... All right, did you message... Why don't you message like your likes of Kevin Lindsay? He can get that probably fixed in a couple seconds. All right, now it's time for the event. Okay, so it's not during boot, right when you're about to show my player and I can start playing. So yeah, and Seamless, are you running a card reader? Are you running a card reader keypad? Uh-oh, okay, so we got a good one here, a good start. Yeah, so try to disconnect your card reader or keypad. A lot of the times the keypad or the card reader could have a short on it, and that's what's causing the issue. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't ever wait for him to call back. I don't ever wait for him to call back. I would just call again. There should be an option for logging in or something like that on their website. I mean, on their, during their dial-in. The 847-870-7027 number. Try that one. Now, it's 2009, so I don't think I'm going to need 3 drivers. So we're going to just change to my standard with my 9.5. Now I'm choosing 9.5 because I just got to remember when we played 2009, I never played an 8.5. Oh, actually I did, didn't I, on all of them back then? Yeah, that would be right. I would have been using the 8.5. So let's go with our 9.5. I'm sorry, our standard driver set, but with the 8.5 driver. There we go. All right. That way I get my 4-iron for hole 1 too. And I'm going to par hole 1 because I sprayed that. Okay, we're lucky. We're lucky. I didn't play at all this weekend, and it was glorious. I knew I was ahead on events from last week, and I had about 10 refund. Smart play not playing again. Just wasting 50 cents every time. It certainly seems like a power issue there, but undo your card reader and see what happens with that. And try to log in a game and play one out. So disconnect the card reader. The next thing, unfortunately, error code 13s are a bunch of you're just swapping parts out for most of the time. And if you don't have the parts, it's a pain in the ass. So you might need to reach out to IT because they have some diagnostic tools from their side. Okay, so how do we want to go at this? That's a little long. Can't change pins, scamp player. Yeah, you might want to reach out because that one tells me that if I'm running diagnostics, that would probably tell me that my I/O board is actually going out. It's so rare that the I/O board is the problem of 13, even though that's the basis of the error. But what the experiences you're getting with me are telling me that's probably what the problem is. Only God can. So that one, I went with the low T, Jonathan, and cut it around. There's an interesting story to that hole, too. Sobe got into it really bad with Jim Z on it. That hole used to be the same width the whole way across, and Sobe laid into him. Hi, CJ. How's the LASIK recovery going? Wow, I murdered that. Oh, come on, idiot. Yeah, I think it's... Michael, I don't know why we're spending time developing things like that. That one... Like, what's the real point of it? Let's get everything fixed that makes the game unplayable before we adding new features. It just feels like we're doing things down the wrong path on a lot of choices here. I don't know why that would have been any part of this. Like, why that is something that needed to get done. No one's asking about it. Now, is it important if you can't log in and a card reader's not working? Sure, tournaments are going to run a lot more smoothly if, let's say, they don't have a keypad and a card reader on every machine. Okay, great. But we're going to a feature that shouldn't matter with that, with PGA going to NFC. So I just don't get the point of it. I really don't. I don't see why that should have been something. Okay, how do we want to do this? We're going to try to hit the 6 and ride the wall. I mean the 4 and ride the wall. And of course I hit right into the corner instead of the wall. Now this putt's not makeable. That's makeable. Woo! We got it. No, they'll block it out just like with the keypad. You can't see it when you type it on the keypad. It would be the same damn thing. Come on, that's not true. I mean, a digital one and a keypad right here are the same. Now, if you're streaming, yeah, they would be able to see you typing it in there. Oh, you're saying by moving the keypad around. I get it. That is I guess that is a little bit, yeah. I get it. You can still do the same thing, though. Somebody wants to come up and lean into that. It just doesn't make sense that that's even a thing. We're catering down to the lowest common denominator. Yeah, you now have a... Andrew, I told you who to reach out to. I don't know what else to tell you here. Complaining about it here is not going to do shit. Okay, so manual login should be your card reader keypad. Now, mind you, that's a brand new feature that came out today, so I haven't looked at it yet. But it should be, yes. Why was that so short with the 7? And then we have to hit those chips a ton harder now. We've had... Yeah, that kind of sucked for me there. Okay, so we're going over the top. We're going to go with the 6-wood over the top. It's a little deeper than I want it to be here, so we're going to cut it back in and try to kill a little distance. You got to be careful on that shot, though, because you notice how close I came to hitting that even with the 6-wood. I mean, to be quite frank with you, Andrew, on that one, like, it's not something that's typical. Typically, only tournaments are done that way. So, I hate to say it, you were probably putting the lowest priority down the totem pole. And now that everything's back up and running again, you might need to reach out again. But I gave you Kevin's email. He should be the one you reach out to for that. Either that or call. What do you mean by PGA who? I'm not quite sure what you're talking about with that. Go in. Go in. Woo-hoo! I'm going to save that one. That's a good hold of ace. I don't do it very often. Hey, Rick. How you doing, bud? Yeah, that's a good one. It's hard to get that hit. When you hit the high 9-wood, look, you don't really have a lot of control over speeds unless you're cutting it. Not fair. Okay, so now we get this one. This isn't a bad look. Actually, it's a really good look. It's funny because, like, that was an easy shot, and I probably would have hit an 8.5 driver normally and bounced it up. I don't know why. I always had a lot more luck with that hole with that shot. As I'm gonna stand by you. This one's a little confusing because it is so far downhill. I'm going to hit the 6-wood because we know it's a shorter club, so I think my distances should be just right. I'm going to release it too, just because if this lands pin high with bite, on the trajectory that we're at, we're going to snap right off. Yeah, my fantasy baseball this year, there is nothing I don't love about Marcus Cash, but the way he set up our league this year made it the worst experience that I've ever had in fantasy. It's the first time, like, I stopped even bothering setting up lineups or anything. It was a roto league that now all of a sudden there's like 40 categories for it this year. And he's like, I was just bored with it. Hey, Adam, hi, buddy. We can find a way to break through. Let's see if I can hit straight. Ah, yes, we made one. Woo. I'm gonna stand by you. This is a good year of courses. Oh, God. Okay, this is probably going to be... This could set up to be one of the hardest par 3s in the game. Right now, not too bad. Now, remember, I want to play that ball with a cut coming in pretty hard most of the time. Ah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, but Adam, imagine a 5x5 that's actually a 25x25. Like, dude, you can't draft for that. Like, it's just a guessing game then. It was really terrible. I just can't. And Marcus knows it too. He feels the same way after he played it. Luckily, it was only like a $50 a head league, so it was, oh well. Uh-oh. Oh, if we get 18 with no points, we should be good, unless Corey can point 18. Oh, there we go. Sorry, Corey. Sorry, Steve Beatty. Okay, that shows a severe separation there, right? Let's see if that separation still exists. I got up earlier today to make sure we got into that one. Just so we get into the earliest ones. Because last week, like I said, I played 50 total games. and had roughly 10 to 15 of them refund at the end. And then I also got messages from people saying they couldn't log into events on Sunday. So that might explain for it. But it feels like we're getting about 8 a day that close, maybe less, maybe 7. I liked our club setup there. I don't think we need to make changes. I like getting points on the first hole. That's a big start. Yeah, it was bad, Adam. Like, why the this whole fucking club change garbage, dude. Like, I know why it did it, but I never set Freaky Friday bag to be my par 3 bag. I'm on my par 3 bag. No, I'm not. It actually did it right. My bad. Whew. I thought I put on my 10.5 bag. I thought I put on my 8.5 bag, though, didn't I? Yeah, but this one gets set up to be... distance doesn't matter on this, to be honest with you. I swear, didn't I pick my 8.5 bag, though, my last game to start? I just don't understand how I went to my 9.5 bag. Now, I did pick that first, so I wonder if your first selection then updates the app, and then it pulls from the app. So we're going to the equipment right now, and I know it's going to say my 9.5 bag's my default bag now. Or is my 9.5 bag... Yeah, it made my 9.5 bag default. So we're going to have to set my 8.5 bag to default. Where is it? No. Okay, that's set as default. Yeah, but it doesn't make sense to me. Now, remember, it says heavy rough, and it shows a huge distance off. It's not that much distance off. So we could probably even thumb this, but I'm just going to smoothie it. And we're way downhill, too. But look at that. That's a 116 with a pullback. That ball, based off of the numbers, should have gone 40 yards short of that number. We can't follow that, though. You're going to notice on that shot, I will be playing a lot of cuts in with a lot of low tees. 203, pins up close. We can go over the top here. Now, the problem is if I go over the top, I'm going to leave myself a long shot, right? And I won't have a putt most likely. Let's try to go from as far back as we can. We're going to cut it, and we're going to go between the gap on the right, just so we can see if we get... if we can hold it down enough to be a putt. And we did. That's safe? I could have cut a driver through the covered bridge and maybe gotten it closer, but I also could have put it further away. Oh God. And that's just bad. That's bad putting by me. Don't judge that. Just don't judge me. That was just bad putting. In my brain. I like to leave this one back about 300, and then I could just play a baby cut with the 8.5, but now I got to go around the edge of the tree, I think. We'll take it. We'll take it. All right, we're going to need another ace, or we're going to stick one. All right, pins in the middle. So let's bend it in. I'm going to roll a high 3. I'm going to cut it back into the wall to try to get it to release off into towards the pin a bit. And we got it to move a little. It's still a shitty putt, though. And, you know, we don't ever know how a putt's going to come off because they've got these numbers all jacked up. I really despise putting right now, by the way, guys. In case you haven't noticed me talking about it a lot lately, I think putting is the worst it's ever been since I've been playing Golden Tee. We are fully at the whim of whatever distance we are away now. You don't have control otherwise. That's it. We're at the whim of how far you're away, and you don't know how a putt's going to break based off of the distance. I hate it. Now, if you play a lot, you definitely get more familiar with it and know that, oh, from this distance. And I tell you what, I don't even play enough to get that stuff matched up perfectly. So I don't know how they expect everyone else to know these things. Okay, so this, it's telling me to hit a 10.5. That's too far. So I will go down to the club that the distance lines up perfect with it, with this one being wind in the face. So the number on my club says 250. That matches up with the 246. I got a little wind in my face. We're going to play the 4, and this distance should be perfect. Never be the same. All right, we're going over the top again. Now we have the option of a 4-wood or a 6-wood or a 5-wood here, but we're going to choose the 5. We're going to go through the low point of the trees and play a cut back to the pin a little bit. That should kill the distance, the carry distance enough that I should land right about pin high. Man, the proof is in the pudding, right? It could be useless. Okay, it's a perfect 3-wood there. I like the 4-wood with bite and hitting at normal speed. None of it will be yours. Mainly because the edges of that green are so slanted off. If you're touching it, you could totally screw yourself on a putt. So let's leave it a little short and kick it up. I'd rather have that with a putt than fucking around with that hole. Kick right hard. Oh! Like, oh my God, little face, he looked like my next mistake. We've gotten 2 very good looks at this. Magazine, funny rumors fly, and I know you've heard about me. I had it. I have my speed just when I wanted it. And Jonathan, we'll get into some more shots on that hole too, because there will be shots that are going to be like, wow, I don't even know what the fuck I'm hitting. Now, see, I don't necessarily like this shot now with the low tee and with the way the sand reacts, because if I hit this underneath the trees and catch the sand first, there's a chance I'm stuck against the wall. I don't really see another option here, though. I'm okay with that. That's all I'm looking for there. This is okay. Well, Corey aced that. No fair. No fair, Corey. No fair, Corey. Oh, God. Now I kind of need an ace here. How do we attack it? Gave it a chance. Not really much of one, though. A jealousy. 312 with an outwind of 10. Let's go here. Let's bite this. Yep. Not good. Tried to get a cutie one there, but I needed an ace. Or a chip with points helps, too. That's good. Oh, that gets Damien. Oh, those points. Those points are so good. Let's hit this shot the same way as last time. Maybe a little softer, though. All right, we're good with that. I'll take 30s all day on this. That's not a bad score. That's a great game by him, by Lemon up top. Let's see where we're at. All right, let's see if it gives me the 8.5. I've now updated the app. Let's see if that overrode it, though. Who knows? God, that one I felt like I hit at 80, not at 90. Ugh. Oh, look at Lemon with the points already. Hey, we got the 8.5 driver. Good. I after playing the setup, though, the only shot it would ever matter to me on is the covered bridge hole. I don't think there's really going to be a need for it. It doesn't really matter what club set we put in. God. I'm not putting that. I'm chipping it. That putt could come off just straight sideways. All right, we're going to just hit this with release. Hopefully it goes up the hill and comes back down. God, that had every chance. Oh, what a time, what a time. All right, so pins in the back at 196. We're not clearing the trees. Now, a lot of you are going to low tee this. I don't like to. I like the speed that I get and at the height that I get. All right, same shot as before. Leave it back a little farther. I'm looking at typically the apex of the lake. So the curve there, right at that point, I'm going to leave it a little further back this time, though. Mainly because I want to be able to hit this shot without having to cut a ton of distance off of it. I should be 300 about. So now I can go from here if I want to with the 8.5, but we're going to go from over here. Do I want to try it with the 10.5? And in fact, I do. The other joy, when you hit the 8.5 in on that approach, you'll hit the upslope of the hill quite a bit, so it will slow down your bounce a lot. Time, what a time. All right, where's the pin? I'm going to have to say I think this is almost shut down. Let's try it, though. Yeah, that was stupid. Actually, if I got that out more, I might have had a chance. Oh my God, a real drop. This would have been dropped on the green before. Okay, so this got fixed. That's going to hurt. Did anybody eagle it? Lemon did. Jesus Christ. Nobody else, though. He must not have hit the edge going around like I did. Either that or he went to the left side of the waterfall and then made a 90-foot or 100-foot putt. The major problem with going to the left side of the waterfall isn't going to the left side. It's actually going to the left side and having it catch the green. Dude, I aimed right. God. $351. We got to high tee the 10.5 and hit this ball, don't we? That's terrible. I didn't cut it that much. God. Very bad. Very bad so far. Lemon's killing us. Nothing special we can do here. When the pin's up front, I want to try to go across the mud. There was no way to get over the mud, and you do not want to hit a shot from the mud to where that pin is. But now we know my 5 wood right here. We hit the 4 wood last time from almost the same shot. Let's hit the 5 because we can't go long this time at all. We need to just get it on and have a putt. If I hit the 4, I had a chance of going in the sand. And with the way the sand works right now, that could have been jail very quickly. I'm going to try this on a game where I'm not perfect. I want to see where this carries to. It should be right. It should land right on the edge of the... Wow, that carry is 250 almost like on a dot. So we're looking at about a 245 flat green carry with the 9 wood. That 9 wood is so good to have in your bag. All right, we need to get this one now because Lemon's beating us. That's what you wanted to do. Hit it short, kick up. Good, got a putt. No, we got no love coming here. He's killing us. Now, we can hit this with no high tee as well and get it on. And we're going to try that here. Pins up front, tucked left. Let's just go with the 3 wood. We'll get a straighter line. It wasn't much, obviously. We'll go with the 3 wood bite. We'll cut it a little bit, bring it back toward the middle of the green. And then we're going to hit it decent. I can deal with that. Last time. All right, let's try to use the wind to our advantage here. Okay, now this is kind of confusing me. Are they telling me that that club is too deep and it's in the sand? And that marker is actually pointing me at the sand? I don't know why it's doing that on that spot. There's no height change for it to do that to. I'm confused on this. That marker is kind of goofy, but we're going to play it as if like the distance 240 is not too far. Yeah, see, that's going to fuck me almost. Whew. It's a damn lie. All right, so this one, I'm going to do it with no high T, no low T. Hey, guys, that tree, for how low it is, it certainly looked like it. There you go. Sorry, Caesar. Thank you for telling me. Smooth 5 wood backsman. Wherever you go. Every road and for it that green. I don't like when the pin is over here. So let's go with the other shot here. We're going to go with the low T driver and go underneath it. That is not a shot that I would pull out during most in match play, hardly if all, if ever. I hope they bite you. Hey, I'll take seconds every time if that's what it takes. I'm okay with second. On the light up floor. This one feels like it moves a lot faster than the other events too. That's good. These are going pretty damn quick. Caesar, I'm not going to say that I spent the whole weekend, like, cleaning couches and shit like that. I'm not going to say I did that, anticipating your arrival. For it, the green light, I want it. All right, so the thing here is we don't need to be in the fairway, right? Now, would we rather? Absolutely. It's easier to judge your distances and things from fairway and spin and things like that. So we'll go to the fairway whenever we get the opportunity. Guys, this is actually a really... There's a couple of tricky shots, but once you get those shots in your bag, the rest of this event is actually pretty easy. And now I'm starting to get familiar with where my sand wedge lands. I mean, my G wedge lands. I don't think I've ever played that hole with a G wedge. I always had a sand wedge during when that was there. Over the top for certain here. Let's make sure we backspin it. Notice I did not hit that full speed, but once you still got to hit it that speed to give it enough height. When you're at the back of that tee box, though, you're over it no matter what you hit with the 9-wood. So we're happy about that shot. We're happy when it's that setup. It's easy then. Lemon is just killing it right now. Let's go for the split. Now I'm going to release this one. But you're going to watch this bounce. It takes off. Oh. I caught the edge. I caught short. We'll take the eagle, though. Happy days. Woo. I thought I missed that. All right, pins on the left again. The pins on the right again. Middle right. Let's play the other shot and try to bounce it up and see if we can't get a putt. I'm not close enough. This putt can't get there. This is going to die just short. Yeah, we can't get it to the hole. That's genius programming there. No putt to make right there. You can't make it. Apparently, Lemon must have tried the other shot that we did the last time, and he probably hit the hill and went wet like we did last time. Did we take the point lead back? Did we get it? We did. All right, short hole. Now, I went high tee and threw that big swoop on it because I really wanted all risk out of that shot. So if I went medium tee, I would have had no problem clearing it, but I believe that middle chimney on that building would have been in play. So I want to just be certain to get around it. All right, wait, we might have a drivable look here. Yeah, that's close. All right, we got to hang the A1 out in order for this to work. Now, this is one of those shots that Stouts actually hurts us on because I could hit an A1 from this line with the right to left with a normal wind ball. So the A1 might not be my best option. Let's go for here and see if we can't get it in the sand and now with the sand being sticky, it will never bounce up unless I hit the face of the hill first. We're not going to. We're not going to be on. We used to get on. In fact, Bernhardt aced this against me in a game where I made the chip for double eagle and he aced it on me. So it can happen. Let's see if we can get to the sand though and make a pretty good chip out of this. And since the ball just sticks there. Okay, actually, I did, Caesar. I just... On one of my monitors, your chat came through, and on another one, it didn't. So let me reset this one. It's kind of goofy with the chat thing. I see it now, Caesar. I got you. Let's reset this one, too. All right, there we go. All right, so now we left ourselves a chip from the sand. We're at the bottom, so and we're not right against the edge, so I can go aggressive with this. Let's go with the 9. Why did that go nowhere? It's a 28-yard chip. Dude, I'm telling you, they fucked up the sand so bad with this. Now I might be screwed. This might hit the edge. Yeah, it is just not right playing out of that. I'm not kidding. There's something wrong with the sand, totally. It's more than just what we said before about it just being sticky. There's something else there with that that's changing the dynamics of it completely. I have no idea if this will clear, but it should. Yeah, I'm kind of pissed off that I just lost the stroke on that. There's no way that chip should have only gone 20 yards. Thought I canned that too. Fuck. All right, pins in the bottom, middle. Let's let a medium T run at this. Too hard, a little too hard. And okay, Richard, that's exactly the thing I'm seeing. I'll get some where it goes 0 yards, and then the next one will fly the green by 50 yards. I'm sorry, as much as it could be me for the short term, it's not consistent at all. I brought this up too, and they're looking into ways of changing it back. Like hole, okay, for instance, one of the ones that kills me the most, hole 1 of champ. You don't know how many times, like, that chip was a gimme. I would put it in the sand on purpose before and never miss it. Dude, it is all over the place whenever I'm hitting it now, and I have no idea how to counteract it. And those of you who've been followers of the show for a long time, you watched me out of the sand, chipping out of the sand. I almost never missed. I can't make them to save my life anymore. Okay, so we got a goofy one here. This is so bad. It's a bad look, but we're going to go with the low 3. Before, I would have bounced this out of the bunker, but like I said, we don't know if that works. If we hit the front edge real close to it would, so we'll try to do that here. And, oh, we get 1 dead bounce. That's great. This course got ruined, a lot of it. Like hole 3 or 2 on this course, I used to bank the sand every time and could control it. Now it doesn't even get out. Yeah, it's so bad. I fucking hate this shit. There's nothing that infuriates me more is going back. Brittany, I don't know. That was when we didn't know if they're trying to change some things. Do I know when it's going to happen? There's a lot of things that the basic answer was, yeah, we know that's an issue, but we can't fix it right now. Let's get moist. Hi, Brittany. But hi, how are you? But what they're trying to do, actually, though, is to add more surface availability for them. But that's something I got to call with them in a couple days that will work. We'll figure out more on it. I'm going up to the 4 here, and I'm not going to try to go over the center of the pillar because I think it might hit. We're going to just go straight through the gap. I think I made the right play there. Wow, that hole-in-one really fucking separated the field, didn't it? My God, I thought I was going to be close. And now we're stuck against a wall. That's great. It's just they fucked this game up. Oh, come on. And now I'm sticking again. So bad. I don't understand. This was the biggest problem that I had with it the whole time was the bunkers. That should be the first fix, not adding some silly digital keyboard. Who gives a shit if you can't log in because you forgot your card or your card reader at the bar that you're at isn't working? I certainly don't, and that should be the minimal things. Instead, let's make the gameplay back to where it was. I 100% agree. Going back and changing things that are affected by the things that you're doing now, it's pretty bad form. I still go back to the Cat Andreas one, where after the fact, they just decide to change some of the holes and make spots that were the standard layup spot for them unplayable lies, or the surface is now a rock so the ball doesn't stay there. That bothers me. Like, that's the least of our worries. I don't know why we're making changes like that. But part of the thing that they're working with right now is updating databases so that they don't have to make changes to objects that are there now. They can keep adding new objects, which is what I think the problem is. I think the problem is they don't have enough design features available that they're able to adequately attack things like what we're talking about. Will it get there? Yeah, they have a lot more tech available to them now. It's just a question of updating older systems to match the model that they're using now. And it's a work in progress. Trust me, I understand that. But when you're doing things like that, then you have to listen to the players that are telling you, hey, you screwed this up. We got to change this back. Instead of just letting it sit. And we've just, I hate to say it, most of the things that we complain about just still sit there as the error that they were. I mean, paces need to be more reliably entertained, for if that makes sense to everyone. Meaning they can't, if you're going to make a change, you have to be willing to change it back right away. I think we agreed that the locked pricing on the PGA cabinets is an utter failure. So that needs to get unlocked, and they have the ability to do it. Just don't know why we haven't yet. And if you guys notice that when I'm hitting that, I'm pulling it back and getting a speed of 60. It's just the way that's how I can adapt to that shot. Oh my God, that is terrible. That is just me. I read that as a 5, not a 3. I'm stupid. We can't be giving strokes away like that on this one. And now I thought I aimed that left and it read right. All right, we're going to get past this. We'll get past this bad game. All right, we're in a spot, though. This is a good one to attack this pin. Forward, and that has a chance of going in. That was just a wrong call, Joey. Okay, we're not out of this yet, which is good. We can still come back. And please trust me, I do understand that when changing, the technology is changing right in front of their very eyes, you're going to have problems. All right, and look, that's to be expected. We all know that. Problems are going to occur with updating to more current hardware, software. It doesn't mean, though, you got to be able to go backwards, though, and undo changes that turn out to be not good. And I've yet to hear anybody that thinks the sand is good. Like, what they did to the sand is a good thing. 453. We're not getting this on, but we could definitely get it up a ways. Let's just try to hit a spinner and see where it goes. And actually, I don't want to, because if I hit the spinner, I'm going to have two obstacles to go over. I want to play this to the left. I don't care if it's in the mud, the dirt, or the heavy rough. I just want a straight line at the pin, because even with dirt, it's just a lower trajectory shot with less spin, and I'm going to probably hit this next shot with no spin or maybe even release. So we're going to get up there, and now we might even have a shush, but not going to do it. $364 again. All right. I'm still scared of the very top of that tree, so we'll move it to the right and hit it. Okay, that went right through the top of that tree. So that is something we do have to be cognizant of. That tree, the 10.5 driver will hit it. All right, 452. Now we know that hitting the 6-wood is really not a good option here. So I'm going to baby this and try to hit the face of the hill to slow it down. Okay, that's fine. The worst thing I could have done was gone in that bunker. Let's see if we can get the eagle out of this. And we did. So we caught Corey now. 241. This is a pretty good high tier with the 9.5. Remember that the high T, we just realized that on a downhill with a little bit of out, we carried a 250. So we're looking at about a 245 carry. So that looks pretty good. I'm not going to hit it. I'm going to hit it about 135 is my goal. And 135 would have been a good goal. And I got to remember, too, that thing backed up quite a bit. And that's just stupid, too. What makes that grab the ball and pull it right? That angle that I hit that was way outside. That ball should have come off clean. I wasn't touching the fringe there on that angle. Stupid. That's what I know happens, though, and I shouldn't have hit that like that. Corey missed that one. Wow, we're just choking this one out of the way. Ah, you got the points on him. There we go. All right, we're not going to low T this one. We're going to hit a bite spin with a baby cut. I got to say, like, that putt there worried the shit out of me. I didn't think there was any chance that was going to go in. Did Corey point that and pass me back up? No! Haha! All right, so there's not much we're going over here. So we're going to hit the high T5 with backspin and go right through the gap. Speed-wise, money. Wow, I thought for sure I would have gotten pointed on one of these two. She's upset, she's going off. You move like I do. Brittany, for me, the 4-wood's more important than the 5. I will say on Hollywood, I got rid of my 4-wood, and I regret it every time, but it's too important for me to have a 3 hybrid in my bag for 17. I can't. So I'm of the era that we started with, and I'll show you, right? When I first started on, yeah, obviously we played stock on 4, okay? But when Live came out, all of us were playing, and we'll show you the club set. All right, we were playing this club set. Where are they? Buzzsaws, right? So we had a 3-wood, 4-wood. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Everybody was playing this bag, or everybody played, where are the hybrids on here? Hawks. That was it. Well, actually, when it first came out, Buzzsaw and Howitzer were the first 2 bags. But the distance that you got out of the 8.5 driver, it used to even be 10 yards longer than it is right now. So we got used to hitting that. So for me, the 4-wood is more important. I get a lot of people, the 5-wood gives you better gap distance, yada, yada, yada. I think it's a necessity, actually. How did that not, what was wrong with that? That was dead straight. Okay, so there's a part. Yeah, you need it there. But as I told you guys, I was of the contention that green is broken, and it is. There are issues on it. If you watch how I lost my match against CJ. But if you look at how I lost my match against CJ in Nashville, 17 had an up 4, right 9 green that I put a release on my tee shot, and the ball went backwards straight like it was an up 9 right 4 and never went right at all. It's broken. There's wrong. The green is not set the way it says it is. Well, I was at IT. They didn't disagree. They said, oh, yeah, there are some problems on 16 and 17. Okay, cool. Now, I want release. I don't want roll. Release will allow it to go up and hit the hill above it and stop. If you barely touch it, yeah, you're going to have it come back. But roll will cause it to pop into the hill and come back. So I like the shot, and I actually like the chance of making this. Now, if I had my druthers for that hole, I would have a pitching wedge in my bag, too. It's not worth making a bag for this, though. Okay, I'm going to hit the last other shot I have on this, and it doesn't always work, right? Yeah, it worked. It got through. Normally it hits extra branches. I think I hit a 3-wood normally, and that's why I missed it that bad. I get... Yeah, that's it right now. I would say not to make any changes right now. I wouldn't make any changes to any bags right now. I'm still waiting for the changes that match our bags up with what PGA players are getting right now. Let's go. Oh, I'm going to backspin this and just hit it hard. Mainly because I didn't want it to catch the hill again. I know I wasn't getting it in, but I also didn't want to have an 80-foot putt again. You make me. Okay, so this one we wanted to ride the wall. Is real. Jansen, don't ever look back. Don't ever. I'm actually, I didn't realize how good Katy Perry was. You know, I've always liked her music, just not wasn't a big fan, but her music's actually kind of awesome. She's like an auntie. All she does is make anthems. They're all sing-along. I love that. Just love. We're going to do the same thing here, where I don't need to high T this. I'm going to. Just because I can then attack the hole rather than worry about attacking around objects at the beginning. I can get rid of all those objects in front of me. When you don't ever look back, don't ever look. 450, not drivable. Now, where that pin is, I could put this in the mud. I still would have a much lower lofted club than want to. Well, but there's not. In most of the game modes, it's not buggy. There's just a couple of things. I could say the 60s. I could get and argue for the 90s, maybe even the 2000s. I think we can all agree that the music as of right now, there's a couple of great artists and the rest of the music is shit. As a whole, maybe yes. But if you're looking back then, you're really saying that it really comes down to were the Beatles as important or as important to you as they were to everyone else. That's really all we're saying when music back then is better or not, in my opinion. All right, we're going to let this one go naked. That's a good one. I like to wash hands at the end of that. I do like to wash my hands. All right, we got to hit the high 6 here, and I honestly am worried that it's going to clear. We're going to go through the gap on the right that's slightly lower. It should clear, but oh yeah, no problem. So I could have I hit that soft enough too. I should have hit that a lot softer. Oh, making putts. Yeah. Oh, I didn't see anything. I thought you were saying, hello, Muklewicz, and you did Moko wash hands. Like, again, we talked about this last week. I want to bounce that up for most shots that I'm approaching with, especially when I'm cutting it in, because I need it to not have the big snap when it lands. I want it to die. I want it to come off like a limp noodle. Now, we're not going to high T this. Well, maybe we will, just to be able to land it and plop it down. If I do this, I want to have spin on it. Yeah, let's do this, and we're going to plop it down with a high T. Yeah, I wanted it to have more cut towards the hole. But we left a close putt for the eagle. That's good. All right, easy look. How do we want to attack it? Now it's uphill. Let's see if we can high tee and get a thumb shot. I'm okay with that. I wish I... How you been doing, buddy? Getting ready for your tournament, man. And if you guys haven't signed up, I saw it today. Gino, it hurts. And I have days where it just hurts, man. Yeah, I'll get some. I got a cycle to play with Ben Furlan. We got a $10 a man cycle that's Glory because he's in Louisiana. So I'll definitely, once I'm done with these, we'll play that. Oh, you as well. I'll see you, Richard. Can't wait. Yeah, we'll play some Petra too. It's my personal least favorite course. Might be of all time. It's right up there. I think it's a terrible course. God, that pin being so close to the edge. This is just makes this a putting contest. All right, now we got to be careful here. I'm going to drop down and thumb the 5-wood as hard as I can. I didn't like my speed, and I know my thumbs are a little soft, that I was worried that I'd catch the edge coming up. Left not one but both. 310. We're right at the limit of the 5, but we got an outwind of 13. So we're going to plop this down. I'm not going to go dead at the pin because if I miss it right, I might snooker myself on the back of the green or leave myself a little left 3, down 4 chip, and I don't want that. I'd rather have a left 1 or right 1, down 5 putt, which is what I'm going to leave. Now, right 2, down 4. All right, let's get 18, get a 31 out of the way. I'm going to hit the 5 wood, and I'm going to hit it hard just because I don't want to have to deal about not backing this up enough. Wow, that was close, guys. That 5 is pushing the envelope at 300 with the pin up front. Should have been a 4 wood, but we're happy with it. We'll take the 31 and walk. I'll tell you what, I'll jump into some invites right away, Brittany. I'm not going to go much past 4 o'clock today. Hey, Mike. Let's see what we got. Brittany wants Petra. Let's do it. And we'll talk through my process on these rather than me just banging through them. All right, we got the bed set up here. Just for my sanity, I'm going to start on Easter, and then we'll play Petra second. Just because I got to start. I like my left to right cycles. I don't know. I don't want to be OCD about it, but if I'm playing a cycle against somebody, I'm going to start from left to right and play it through. God, I keep seeing NDI up. I'm wondering if Richard set me up. Because I'd love to do some drawing if I could. Uh-oh. I think he did. Oh, maybe he didn't. No, he didn't. I wish I knew how that even worked, man. It's a lot. It's a lot to it, and I don't know what it is. We're going to try to get the chush here. It's going to be a tough one. I got to hit a 158 and get it all the way out. I didn't. Not chushing this now. I got too much crap to go over. 70 yards? No, thank you. Yeah, Michael, I had to get rid of my Sox hats, man. I can't support my team anymore. What we did this year was bad, and then just to couple it up with giving up, I fucking hate it. I hate it. I honestly, I want all of our fucking players traded. We had an embarrassing season. Too much talent for the bullshit that we dealt with this year. But yeah, the Sox gear is all away. Yeah, it was embarrassing. They better be getting rid of. There better be no chance that La Russa comes back. And I'm not fully blaming La Russa. It's a lot of players, but we had a really good clubhouse. Yes, go Bulls. Andrew, you got to play with Stouts right now. There's nothing else to really do. Well, Tim Anderson didn't hardly play this year. No, and you hear a lot of people talking about when La Russa went off on Yerman Mercedes for hitting the Ephus pitch out of the park. For hitting the Ephus pitch out of the park by the Twins. And he basically, like that, just killed the clubhouse. And I didn't really think that much about it at the case, but if you look back, it kind of lines up. See, that's not what they said, though. The players never had a problem with him, it seemed. And he did try to fit in a lot of stuff, but, man, he made some decisions. And he's just not the right guy, dude. He's just not. Ozzy should be back. That's my call. The whole talk right now is AJ Przinsky's our next coach. Hey, Neil, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, go Bulls. That's the big one. We'll see if we can have a healthy season here and make a run in the East. The upper keep making love to each other. I think we all know all of these shots on Petra. And I'm telling you right away, guys, I promise we're going to get the full walkthrough videos when we have the new tee boxes. That I can guarantee. How long it takes us to do them, I don't know. And you're going to see the courses for a bit because I'm not getting early access to them. There's no real, honestly, I don't want to ask for even things like that right now. I want everything to come out perfectly, and I don't want to be the extra piece that causes something to break. This is my least favorite hole in this course. Absolutely is. I fuck this up all the time. And I am fucking ecstatic with that shot. I don't care that I'm putting. I'm not going for the hole there most of the time. I'm just trying to stick that green. I hit that edge way too much, and it's embarrassing when I do. A lot of the times it doesn't kill you. You get a putt, but you can also screw yourself where you're blocked by 3 tiers. Get on and back. This is probably my second least favorite hole. But this is not my least favorite hole because I don't like it. I think it's just... Trust me, when I say I don't like the holes, I'm not saying they're bad holes. I just don't like them. They just don't sit with my eyesight. And I think we all see that sometimes with courses where I think it's my favorite course and you're like, oh my God, that course is atrocious. And it really just matters what lines up with how you're looking at things. That's really all I'm getting at. I don't despise that shit, though. We love the moisture. Is that right in? Does this go in with a dead straight thumb? Do we got to move it a little right? How about now? Nope, it was dead straight and that was in. My moving it right caused me to miss that. God damn it. Those ones with the big winds in your face, it's hard to judge when the break is going to take effect. That one was coming so hot that the break didn't take effect very easily. And if you guys think I was just bailing out with that shot, I was. But where I hit that ball, it will hit that hill and shoot off and get on the green quite a bit. Maybe 1 out of 10. That's not, I guess that's not really quite a bit, but it does. Yeah. And I hate this hole too. As long as there's an outwind, I don't mind it. If there's a wind in your face, it makes this hole kind of ridiculous. And how that one stops. Some things just don't feel right. That ball felt like it should have come down that hill like a bullet. I despise this too. All right, so we're going to play it off the back wall and try to get it up as far as we can. Fuck. Yeah, we're going to just hope to get a putt. And that's what I'm afraid of, getting that bouncing. Now it's a chip because I can't putt this. Let's see if we can make the chip and save the eagle. No, of course not. And it stops on another hill. Fuck this. This is so stupid. When you have to play the green because you're scared about how a putt's going to come off, it's stupid. That just isn't fun. Why can't I play that to put it on the green and then know I have a chance of making the putt? That one I was scared that no matter where I put it on the green, I would not have a putt. So I had to try something stupid to bounce it off a wall. Like, a lot of these problems get fixed with the new tee boxes because that line doesn't happen on the new tee boxes. So you get an angle coming in. I hate the hole. I think it's terrible. It's just not a good hole. And it's not a good hole, not because of design, because of the limitations of what we can do in the game. Like, I have no way of making a putt. Where that pin was, I really didn't have a problem that the putt couldn't get there. But the problem was going to come that if I'm on the green, I could have a putt that makes the left 10 go crazy and dip way instantly, or I have a ball that goes right through the break, and there's no way to tell. I'm sure there is a slight way to... Oh, come on, card. There we go. We got it. That's just disappointing, though. Now, Petra, Brittany for you. And I hit that chip purposely hard because I figured it would hit the hill like it does on both sides normally and come back off. I stopped. I haven't banked it off of the wall in a while because it's not bouncing off the way it was when I first started doing it. I don't know if something changed. It sure feels like it does. But I've been just cutting a ball in, and you'll see when I get to it. Like, literally have stopped banking it off the wall on that one hole. All right, then we'll burn through most of these then. I think this is one of the worst holes ever, too. I think it's terrible. Got a very good look there, but... Yes, that's exactly how I played it, too. Right, Damien? I can't get it to come back to the hole now, where when the courses first came out, I was bouncing that off the wall with the driver 8.5 high tee roll and getting it to, I could get it through the green off the back in the corner. And now it's like coming off soft or coming off at weird angles. And I don't think I'm changing anything. And Caesar, where are you getting it up and down from there? We'll have to work out the shot. We'll work it out together when I see you next, Caesar. Ooh. And there's something on the distances on this hole too, because that 6-wood will carry an extra 20 yards on it. Oh God. If it filled up, I might have one. Well, we're pointing everything. That means we got hole outs coming. like this one here too. They should have just made this fairway up here, just so you know what you're looking at. Trying to be cute and clever just makes it look ugly. Or have it be rough, like it looks like it should be rough. Then you don't get spin on that shot. It changes the whole dynamic of the hole. I think the new tee boxes on this hole were the most fun of all of them. It left for some interesting shots. Okay, so we got the pin tucked in the back. Let's try the bank shot, but on this one, I would probably do a medium. No, here, we'll hit the shot. This is what you were hoping for, right, Brittany? So I'm going to undercut it and then throw it way out. So then I'll get the spin to bounce back towards it. I mean, I could do better, but not that much. And then that putt, why did that come off soft? Like, oh, God, that drives me nuts. Like, at that distance, you don't know if you're going to get a putt that comes off normal speed or comes off dead. And that came off dead. There's just no way to know, and that bothers me. At least before, I knew what putts were going to roll over. I knew when it had the opportunity. I knew when I could get a putt to the hole, yada, yada, yada. Now I have no idea on most of these. So how do I know how I'm supposed to play the break since I don't know how hard I can get the ball to come off the face of my club? Now, before, with the bank shot, I should have tried to bank it. Nah. Well, yeah, no, it's just that I don't know how to play it. I wish I did. No, the putt's not a big deal. I can miss putts. We all miss putts. I just don't like missing it because it's not consistent. Because it's a different putt than it would be in another scenario, which is, I can't wrap my head around it. It just sucks when you're playing well and stupid shit doesn't work out. God damn it. I can't move that right. I'm scared. Wow. And then that came off left on a whatever. It went in. We're okay with it. Pins tucked in the bottom left. No, for the most part, rollovers are gone, and I'm guessing yours was a lip out, because really that's where you're going to have rollovers. Where you're not, even a center of the cup shot can have a lip out, and that's more what it was that we see. They're not completely gone, but you will get some. Even this putt scares the shit out of me. Well, like, it shouldn't roll over, but the right five, if this plays like a turbo, like a speeded up putt, and I aim at the left edge, with that speed, I'm going to catch the edge and catch a rollover. So now I'm thinking, do I C-putt this? Yes. But now, is it going to come off soft? Is it going to come off normal speed? Is it going to come off fast? I don't know. All right, we got those two out of the way. I'll finish the other ones with Ben in a minute. But what I'm going to do is go back to events and knock a couple out. All too well. All right, now, if you're like me, you realize if I try to thumb this 4-iron, it will be short of the green. It will land short. So I'm going to thumb it with a high T, soft. And then I almost blew it. Yeah, everybody's feeling the same. Well, I mean, except those that bang 1,000 a month, they've gotten more of a feel for it. Now you're probably like, wow, that wasn't gonna get there, but dude, I babied that and got it past the hole. So now on putts like these, I'm not pulling back anymore. Although this is actually a left one. No, you have to hit the 8.5. The 10.5 would always come off soft. So hit the 8.5 with roll. And that's the best result that I've got with the bank. It's a half cut hammered as hard as I can. 8.5 with roll. Now I gotta look up. Is that tree in play? It certainly doesn't look it. All right, 231 with 9 outwind. We can hit the high 9 wood here, no problem. Oh, God, yeah. Yeah, that was my play before. I was like, oh, I'm just going to knock it in the sand and then shush it in. Now, no, it doesn't come off right. You see how that got over by a long shot. Like, there was no doubt that was over. So we're over a lot more setups than you think on that shot. Nothing special here. We're just going to put it up where we always do. I don't know why I rolled that. I meant to bite it. Now I got to cut it down. Now I'm way too close for what I wanted here. Yeah, that's going to be a bad putt. But hey, we can guess on this one, right? 73. This should be a dead putt, so I should get the normal break. And that was a dead putt. There is a gap in there, though, that you're not dead, and it will come off full speed. But it's just a question of guessing it. It's just a guessing game, though, and I don't like the guessing game. We've played for too many years for a lot of shots to be guesses. Yeah, there's obviously some shots at Golden Tee that are always going to be guess and hope. Putting should not be one of those, right? Now, the worst part on that, Mr. Pritchard, is when you get the ball to go right up to the edge of the bunker in the rough, and it doesn't go anywhere when you hit your chip. Like, it goes nowhere for the first shot. But some of the worst ones, though, when you go to older courses, you'll have the ball, if it trickles through the green, it will stop on a parallel, on a wall that is just straight vertical. And you're like, huh? And you can't do anything. Like, you can't. I had it happen on Auburn Glen 12, I think it was, 11, where I backed it off the top of the green with my approach shot. And where it normally would fall down the bunker and roll all the way back, no, it left me on the wall. The first 2 shots I hit, it went 3 feet, didn't move. I had to turn around and back it out, like, because it just, you couldn't hit it. I laid off of that a bunch, and too much, in fact. Whoopsie. Yeah, well, yeah, no, not at all. But they agreed, though. Jim at least agreed when I showed him what I was talking about. And you could see him going through, letting the smoke come out of his ears, trying to figure out with the hamster how to fix it, which is a good thing. I like that. That was the experience. So while it angers me every time I'm playing, I do have to say that I'm confident that it will be fixed. It's just a question of what timeline. Now, if you notice there, I used my same judgment I knew that I'd have to dumb it down. I just didn't want to hit the 6-wood because the 6-wood's technically shorter than what it says. So if I hit the 6 on that shot, I had a chance of it not getting there. And one of the things that I'm really trying to avoid is going in bunkers at all costs now. Ultra. Or high as I kite after that reading retriever. Even I was. Yeah, no, I'm extremely happy by it. I gotta say that, Mr. Pritchard, man. It was where I was thinking uglier days are coming. That the whole experience I had there. Hey, Dutch, how you doing, bud? Yeah, but having the experience that I had there really made me feel a lot more confident about it. Even I was getting a bit dejected about things that were going on, but they had all the stops ready to go there. Like they're ready to make it perfect. Which, hey, if that's the case, I'm all in. And I mean, when I'm saying I'm all in, I might be all in. All right. If I can go all in, it will be a benefit to all of us. That's all that I'm going to leave it at. All right, 244. The carry distance with this is about 245. So I'm going to hit this 135. Last time I did it 131 and hit it with backspin. This time I'm going to do the same shot with bite, though, because I don't want it to fall down in that little nub. And I hit it way softer than I wanted to, but I have bite on it, so we're fine. Another lie, I will be your man. And it may... Brittany, you too, girl. We'll see you soon. God, do I waste this round? This is actually a pretty good full shot. Can we even go over the top? No. We're going to go from here. We're going to cut the high T 10.5 with a little bit of cut. I think I made the right play. I got those records on. We're just going to thumb it straight and see what happens. Wow. God, I for some reason thought that club was going to just keep carrying. Be your girl. Mad promises. Again, not going to low T this one. I just want to have enough cut to get it moving left or right and then throw it way out around everything. That'll kill my distance. It'll change my bounce back on the break. But if you saw, I ended up with a pretty perfect speed coming in. Now, we know this club is longer than it says. I want to cut it and swoop it in. I got to overcut this because we know the 9 doesn't cut nearly as well as some of the irons do. And that's all I was looking for. I want the short putt. I don't care what the break is, just as long as it's short. 14 in our face. We're actually going to hit the 4 this time and murder it. And even then, because I cut it, it wasn't there. Be us against the world. Yeah, nah, nah. Okay, so the pin up front, ball barely got there. So we can do this same thing with this 5-wood again. I'm very happy with that shot. Always happy with that. So the 5-wood forward is going to be your club most of the time on it, especially with an outwind, even though we're playing stouts. It looks like it fluctuates a bit, Bryce, but it looks like 32 is a good number to shoot for. There was no mistakes there. But let's go through it. We'll judge it. We'll get you the max one right now. I'm feeling like there's one hole that hasn't been drivable every time. So I think it might be 33. But 32 is a good one, but it can be less for certain. Got it. No, that was that same line that whole way it should have been in. That one wind should have moved it a little bit. All right, 1. Remember, if you can't get over the bunkers, just go right here. You're going to lose a little spin and a little distance, but that's fine. You're on from over here all day. Rough. All right, 3 under. 4 under. I got fucked. Oh, I didn't. That's good. I kind of did. Whew. You see what I mean about the release, though? With roll, that ball would have bounced off and been wet. Well, oh. What physics is that the ball would stick right there? Wow, that was a bad shot. I hit that. I muscle spasmed that and hit it a bit hard. Whoops. Oh, I backspun it. That's why. I hit it the same speed. I hit backspin and made it go higher. That's stupid. I should not be off par. All right, where are we at? So right now, par is 8. But I just know that that's a distance I can get the putt to. But how is this putt going to come off, guys? Is it going to come off that I've got to play the full right 7? Is it coming off hot? I think I just play this as a normal putt. And guys, this might be just a work in progress with the putting. Because, okay, I like when we don't have rollovers, or that they've dumbed it down enough that rollovers happen a lot less. But I also don't like what it did to the putting. So do we need to have a couple more feet added to the putter? Just to account for the shenanigans of not getting it to holes? Caesar, the pullback, it's not a matter of pullback as to pullback compared to my forward swing speed. I know that's kind of doesn't really make sense, right? But look, I can pull it back 1 click and hammer it, and it will go the same distance as if I pull it back 3/4 of the way and hit it soft. Later, Mr. Pritchard. So I can't go. Oh, yeah, cool. It went through. I'm going to putt this anyway, though. Woo! All right, so I'm looking here. I'm going to be able to get over the dirt. But the problem is, even if I'm in the sand here, I don't have enough spin. So I'm going to actually not even try to get this in the sand. I'm going to hit a C3. And if I am in the bunker, I'm okay with it. But I'm going to hit a C3. I just want to get the line so I can have a straight chip at it. And now I got a straight shot. Whether I'm chipping this, no, I'm going to actually hit this. Ah, all right, so we're clean now. We're back on par. So now we can count that one can be drivable. Absolute. that can be absolutely drivable. So while in this case we're on par, par could be another stroke higher than we are right now. And I don't remember that hole with tees or not. So I'm still judging on whether I can release that shot off the tee with, depending on scenarios, or if that's going to bring it too low and allow me to hit the branches. Notice how soft I hit that, because I wanted to hit short first. I always wanted to hit short first. Very rarely do I want to hit the green first, especially with a 3-wood or 10.5 in, because that first bounce can easily hop over the top. Now, we do not need to high tee the 9, but we're going to do it here just like last time. Just so we can cut it in and have it land right in that range and give it a chance of going in. With the medium tee, I don't have a lot of spots I can land that to have it snap back and go in. Okay, this one I'm going to hit the 8.5, and I'm going to hit the face of the hill, I think. Just because I didn't want to deal with that hitting the green and try to adjust for that, let's let it hit the short, and then it won't have enough pullback on it to get back off the green, and I can actually angle it in. Hey, Austin, how you doing, sir? God, I thought that was going. I thought that was going. Same thing here. We're not going to high tee. We're not going to low tee this. But backspin, and that turns right at the hole. God damn it. Now, I would rather hit the higher lofted club, but with this, I can angle it in and have it play the break a lot easier. So I'm going to put a little cut on, and I'm going to hammer this. I didn't think it was getting there, but having the 9-wood, I could have easily caught fringe up on the right behind the hole. Riskier shots, and with the 4-iron, it could have hit anything it wanted, and I still would have been fine. All right, dead straight hammer. Dead straight hammer. Last time I tried to get cute, and it was short. We're happy with this. So for this setup, par would be 32. Hey, Nick. Now, we got that pin up close, but we got a 15 out, so I'm going to still hit the 5-wood here, and I'm going to nuke it. So that's the when the pin's up close and you're at that distance, if you don't have a big outwind, you're not getting over. So it's going to be a 4-wood. With that big outwind, the 5-wood works. Now, if you're not hitting max speeds, that one was awfully close to hitting that wall, so you got to be careful. That's going to be your touchy subject there. And that's a good reason. A hole like that is a reason why I'd rather have the 4-wood than the 5, because I've never shut down if I only carry the 4. I can always cut it down a little bit if I need to, and height is negligible between the two clubs. So, no, someday I'll be living in a big old city. All right, so I do have a bigger announcement to announce as well. Yeah, I'm going back to school too, guys. I'm not following Brian Bernhardt's footsteps, but I wanna go back, finish my first degree, and then I think I'm going to move into law. I know it's a long road ahead of me. But I think we're going to do that. I think that's what our plan is. Either that or I'm going to just grab a computer science degree. I know, we laugh at it. But it's still a pretty welcome degree right now. I think the worst part is I fucking absolutely hate the Iowa Hawkeyes, but I love the school. Are you still able to do tournaments? If I'm going back to school, absolutely. That actually would mean I have more time available for it. Yeah, I'm gonna do a lot of online options too. So whatever. Bryce, the actual part of school it's never been the work. It's just a problem of me wanting to do it. Oh, well, I've already used Vote Rehab one time, but I'm using it a second time now. But I will say Vote Rehab is part of the reason I had student loans. Because they said they'd pay for culinary school, and then right at the end of it, it was like, no, we're not going to, because it's your disabilities in your feet, so you can't be standing at that amount of time. So culinary school won't work. And then I ended up having to take out government loans on top of it. Too hot. All right, that's okay, though. We're in a good spot. Yeah, I have a meeting tomorrow with my voc rehab counselor, and I just got off. I just got all my shit back from. Oh my God! I just hit that from the wrong spot and got a little lucky. Wow. Okay, we're really living on the edge here right now. Really living on the edge. We're past living on the edge. Let's just play it now. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited. It's going to be nice going as an adult, because as a youth, when I went right out of the Army, I'm not going to say I was underprepared, all right? I did not have the work ethic back then that I should have. I wanted to party, get fucked up, and meet women. That was more what I went to college for. And it was so easy as an adult student. It really was. As an adult student, I was able to pull, just because, like, hey, get the old guy from our class. He can buy liquor. Sure I can. Absolutely, I'll buy you guys alcohol. And then I met Chuck Wagon and spent most of my time at DePaul at a bar called Stocks and Blondes, as well as at the Billy Goat. At the Billy Goat with Chuck Wagon. So, Chuck Wagon, I blame you. I'm going to need one of you guys to be my negative person so I can blame you if I fail. Okay, again, not drivable without a big outwind with stouts, but look at the angle we have coming in. If I can get this to the bunker with a full C3, I'm in a good spot to have a chip I can make. So let's try to hit a good C3 here. 151 all the way out. Great. But now look at this distance. It's going to be perfect again. A release and that goes in. Damn it. No, well, not yet. No, I'm going to go to a totally different field. No, I'm not going to get a master's yet. We're going to try to get that eventually, but we're going to go down a different field. I went down business management my first time, or business administration, and I want something more technical. And then see where it leads. But I've got free benefits to pay for it. I might as well use them, right? Okay, this is a little different. I'm going to go directly at this hole with bite and try to plop this down and make it. Nope. No masters yet. Not masters for me. Considering I never finished the first one either, this is probably a smart play in general. Wow, I didn't mean to lay off it that much, but it'll play. But it depends, Caesar, if I burn through this real quick, if they let me knock everything out for another major in a year and a half, or then I will definitely apply my VA benefits to going for a master's. I like my speed there. All right, this is a little different, but we're going to hit almost the same shot, but I'm going to hit an 8.5 backspin here. I didn't cut it enough, did I? Now we're on. We're good. We need a hole out here. All right, we're going to thumb the 4 this time. We tried to thumb the 5 from this distance with a little out. We're short. I think the 4 is going to be money. It was pretty money. Outwind 300. So we're going to back it up, and we're going to hit the high 5. I'm not going at the pin because all that's going to do is leave me in a bad spot if I miss the green. So we're going to push this to the left, over about the left edge of the middle monument there. And I kind of whiffed the ball, but that's okay. It's probably good that I did. That wind pushed it back in there, and I didn't whiff it. I had a baby cut on it. I didn't want that. All right, we got a big outwind again. So 5 wood it is. We'll just hit the 5 wood. We're not going over it. This should be perfect. Have you decided on the tourney yet? Like I said, I'm still trying. I'm most likely not making Clash Dutch. I will make Dallas for certain. I'm trying for the Clash. I don't think I can. I just don't. I don't really have the extra money to spend on that one. And it's just really hard to get to. Plus, I end up having to go a day early because I'd be flying into Charlotte, meeting up with Josh, and riding out with him and his wife in Van Hoosier. It just ends up being a lot more time than I can invest right now. I want to be there. The Muse Brothers are just Muse Brothers. And then forget this Gino cat that jumps in here every time. I mean, they're awesome, guys. It's just a great time. We went to that. The only time I got to go to that tournament was during the pandemic when it wasn't a power event tournament, so to speak. And we had a blast. I did. Me, John. I got to meet John's girl, Heather. We fucking got hammered during the qualifier. But that's also the simple fact that sometimes it's nice to play in tournaments that aren't power events because then you don't have to be, the competition, you're not just there like, oh God, I got to play well. I got to focus on this. It was more like, hey, I got to focus on getting hammered. You're going to have a blast. Come on, come down. I'll take the points, but man, I thought that was going to make it. Yeah, it's a great location too, man. Now, the other part, Dutch, is that's also where I did basic training. Literally like a mile down the road from that bar, maybe 2. So it was nice to go back and see the area because anybody that was military knows that you don't know shit about what happens outside of basic training. You're just running around ragged like you don't have any clue. And actually, now I got to say, I pretty much can't. My parents are coming up now that weekend, too. So it would be leaving my wife with my parents. Yeah, the drinking will. You're definitely going to be able to do the drinking. make the rules. Yeah, if I say I really go to tournaments because I like for the aspect of the competition part of it, and it ends up getting a bit more stressed than I want it to be. Honestly, when I went to tournaments in the past where I just went for the party, it was a lot more fun and a lot less stress and a lot more damaging to my body, my liver, my mind. So I can't tell which one I like better. I mean, in the end, Golden Tee is really all about the people. And maybe that's why it's pushing me. It's just trying to be more competitive and being more focused on the game while I'm there. It definitely has taken the enjoyment part of the tournaments down a little bit more for me. Oh. I mean, I swear, I estimated out like for up into when we went to Worlds and we had the ESPN thing on, I estimated out I was averaging an hour of sleep for the entire weekend at the tournaments I'd been to, and that was like not missing any through that time frame. And then not to mention just the body's just been hurt. See that? Like, what physics makes a ball stop there with a driver? Caesar, if you're going to the tournament, you can go as me and I'll get your entry fee. If you want to go, you should go. Yeah, see, that chip is not right. And then, okay, now I'm fucked. That's legit. You're telling me that's where this ball should stop. And now you see that transition between that? I'm going to hit that. This ball's not going to get up. Oh. Oh, it does. It goes right through the hole. That's so stupid. I can agree with that and can respect that decision. Just know that if you're going, I got you. Oh, trust me. I've been contemplating saying, okay, let's go. Let's drive. When you get here. Yeah, because that tournament in Houston wasn't a PEGT event. That's a Sean Tickner sponsored event. That was a really bad shot. Wow. What did that do? Why did that go right like that? That was a really bad shot. I played this hole pretty bad. Too bad Corey can't keep up with my badness. All right, we're going to high tee. We're going to plop this down right at the hole. PGT events are always $100. But if you haven't played in one, there were people sponsoring. We're going to bounce this up. In fact, watch this. We're going to low tee it, bounce it up. Come on. Nice kick. All right, we're gonna try this. I don't think it's gonna work. We're gonna flip this low speed with this. 78 low T. Okay, it worked. I was really scared that that ball wouldn't have a chance to be slowing. Ah, try $5 a game. I wouldn't do it. But Brian, so we've all been there. I mean, unless you started off at a place that a banger played at. Now, going back to my history, Brian, when Live first came out, We all paid $5 without hesitation. Payouts were good enough that we were breaking even as before we even knew it was good for us. Then we had a couple people. I still remember Kins and I working with vendors back in the Chicago area, and we thought we were fucking the shit for getting it down to $4 a game. Now people are getting $2 games. So you can really talk them into it very easily. Like, I mean, no machine is filled all of the time that can justify a $5 cost. Every vendor should want more games being played. It just, if you got more people doing something, other people want to do it. So $3 games to me is the right price. I think that having vendors that go even lower than $3 through gift cards and things might not be the most conducive approach, but it's their machine. It's their choice to do that. I mean, the model that Dean Vending started back when Live came out with the kickback model, it's a genius play. Like 40 games a month, you get back 50 cents a game. At 100 games a month, you get $1 back a game. At 200, you know, like, and have it step up, because then people have goals to shoot for based off of gameplay, and it keeps them fucking alerted. And I still think that if IT's going to lock the prices of the PGA machine, they should also make a standardized gift card or kickback program once they have the system in place to add the money to people's players' wallets via the vendor. I think that would be a very good thing. Okay, I'm okay with that. We'll take it. We'll take it. All right, let's get one more in us, and then we're going to call it a day. Actually, you know what? I'm not even going to play the event. We're going to finish off that cycle with Ben real quick, so we'll finish off that. And then remember, when we get these new tee boxes, I'll alert you guys. Hopefully, I can get it a couple days before, and Richard's available to do some video editing, and we'll get everything set up to actually run through, and we'll get everything set up to have the videos ready right when the tee boxes come out. I'm not expecting that to be able to happen, but hopefully we can. It's time intensive, though. And we generally will put those up on YouTube, on GoldenTeeTV. The one time we got to do it. Every other year, it's been a mess. So we got Neon, Hollywood, and Champ. If you guys got questions, don't hesitate to ask. I'll talk through these while I'm playing them rather than just burning. This one with that pinway in the back, no shush is going to be under 80 yards. And honestly, when you're starting to get to those distances, you have a bigger chance of messing it up. So we'll just leave it back, try to hold it, get some points out of it. Fine. Dutch, I don't know. I would, my guess would be yes. My hope would be yes. My guess would be yes. Is it an optimistic yes? Yeah, I'm being way optimistic. I think they'll be ready here shortly, but who knows? I'll tell you this, though. The newer tee boxes really were easier. Like, they were not... They did not require as much positioning. Now, but honestly, from what I've seen is what you guys saw with the new tee boxes where we were getting them on the home edition and Glory Play. Those might not have even been the right tee boxes. So we don't know. Yes, I'm drinking tea, Bryce. Yeah, I pounded way too much soda the last couple of days, so I needed to go back to tea. I do love my Pure Leaf, dude. I also like the Gold Peak Arnold Palmer tea, like the tea lemonade one. Not really much to talk through on a lot of these. But when we saw the new teas on the home edition, in glory play and contest play, I think we all agreed they're much better. It made these courses a lot better. I have a hard time even playing these courses. Like, I don't find them to be very good at all. Those other tees changed my impression of them quite a bit. Like, I love the courses with those tee boxes. But you're taking shots at me like it's Patron. Oh, God, I stuck my hand to the deck. That's so bad. I stuck my hand to the deck and didn't hit the ball. Why is that so fluffed? Ah. Yeah, I just lost this invite. We might just give this one away. I don't know what it is. I'm not going to be mean to Ben, but he's gotten me on these courts. I played like absolute shit in our games. Really only on stream. When I didn't stream, I shot 4 out of 5 one-betters on him. Hey, Rick. When you could be glad, you be glad. A parade. Hey, Jason. Still engaged, I hope, right? Yeah. I know with me, Jason, everybody had to ask every time because people were baffled that I was able to do it to begin with. I'm trying not to. And you know if it's a Taylor Swift song, that shit would be copyrighted right away. All right, good. My crown, I need to calm down. All right, this is as close as I could get with it. 157, that's over for sure. Bad. Honestly, I don't give a shit, Rick. I'm not getting any money from them, from any of the providers. All right, so this one, I love the low tee, 10.5 when it's an outwind and the pin is less than the distance of the club. So I'm going to play this smooth, hit the face of the hill first, and I got a chance of making this. And you see, I get it to turn right in. It's so repeatable. I see a lot of people that hit a full there instead. It's very similar shot, only I like my angles coming in. Moisture. Any promises now can we, babe? You can meet me in dreams. All right, pins in the pin. I don't care where the pin is. I really only care about where I'm at. And this is where I can get over this tee. I can get over the front sand with the 9.5. No, I got 2 more, Caesar. And that's all I'm looking for. It gives me a big lane. I can hammer the ball on it. Done. Side of you. My reputation never been worse. Yes, they are, and actually the beams of light right near the top are in play too. I don't know if that's intentional, but right when we got it, Jeremiah and Jeremiah watched mine hit it, and then I did it 3 times in a row and hit the lights. I hit the beam of light that knocked the ball down. Like it was a solid object, not like it went through it and slowed it down. I think it got corrected already, but the posts are absolutely in play. Okay, now you may wonder why I'm hitting a high tee here. I want the effect of the bite spin without it slowing the ball down immensely and turning it below. I'm going to barely cut this and hit this super soft, but I want it to hit down and get on the green and roll up. I could have hit that a bit harder, but I'm in a good spot to have an easy putt, and that's all I really want to do. Oh, a ball whiff killing me there. All the damn time. Wow, 1 swipe. Love it. We're in a happy day when we're getting 1 swipe entry fee. All right, where is it? Hollywood and Champ, and then we're done. Apparently, this course must not have been up as a daily contest yet this year, because otherwise there would not be only a 3-bidder. I did not mean to hit that ball so soft. I don't think I can thumb that. We're gonna backspin this. Yeah, I whiffed the ball off the tee, by the way. I want to thumb 9-iron in on that every chance. Thanks, Caesar. Wow. Caesar, I'm always moving like this. It's mainly because if I stay in one place for too long, my feet start to really hurt. So I'm really just moving back and forth. It's been something I've done forever. People think it's just because I'm like ADD, yada, 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 but it's actually more that it hurts like hell if I don't. So that's always going to be there. If my #1 fan can't deal with it, well, then shit. I'm going to have to cut my legs off then and just play in a chair. But you don't even know I'm a hell of a chair dancer. And then go. Austin, disappointed that we're 2-1. Really, we're not going anywhere this year. I like the discipline factor. We've been a lot more of that. That's a plus. I don't think we should. I'm not for tanking games, but I'm also not for winning close games. We don't need to win these games. Now watch, we're gonna end up making the playoffs, and that will just stunt our growth. That really will. But this is the first game I didn't get to watch this game this weekend because the Vikings were playing a divisional opponent, and living in Iowa, all of these teams are our local market. So I didn't get to watch it. Where would we? Did we? I don't think we gave up. I don't know. I'm not, because the second round we've been better at picking anyway. Are you talking about for the Fields trade? I don't know what we gave up. I can't remember. Because your second round is still based off of how high you are. So having the #1 pick in the second round is good too. And I would have to think that our pick was protected too from that trade, but I don't know. I haven't looked. I didn't even really think about it, to be quite frank with you. But once again, we wouldn't need to be tanking if they just opened up the offense and let Fields try to use it. I think what I've always said about David Montgomery is true, that he is not an NFL caliber running back. He's put up numbers because of bulk, because of amount of carry. Whoa. This is different. Not a different tee box, but that's an awfully big. That's an awful big bend to get it. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. But that ball literally didn't go out at all. If that's on the fairway, I might still be able to get here. That was a bad look. What the fuck was that? That tree was blocking me to get... I couldn't have hit that shot around. And this is also a problem now, too, because I can't bounce this up like I would have planned on before. I had to make sure not to hit the bunker at all there, or else that ball would have just plugged and died. Forever. But yeah, are you looking that up, Rick? Normally you look that shit up when you say it, but I don't know. Do we not have our first rounder this year? You're probably right. There's no way we moved up to get Fields last year if that was the case. Will you see me again? Another one here. Everybody keeps talking about the Bengals offensive line, and honestly, part of this has to go on Burrow. This is the whole thing, and it happens to young quarterbacks a lot, but I don't think he's controlling the offense as well as he should to recognize these overloads and blitzes that are coming. Mahomes does it all the time, too. If you watch that Super Bowl, Mahomes looked normal, human, because I don't think he's good enough at reading defenses yet. He's doing it based off of arm talent, which him, Herbert, and Burrow have three of the most arm talents that we've ever seen coming in the NFL. The future's good. I don't think they're smart enough yet, though. I mean, look at yesterday's game for Mahomes. He looked I mean, he looked pretty damn beatable to me. But other than that, your defense looks good. I'm not worried about the Bengals at all, though. They'll get there. Wow. This was a bad weekend. I got rickrolled, but it just so happens that the guy who has the best day goes against me in 3 weeks. Yeah, he does, and it's because I don't think he's going to have a lot more of those clunkers this year, Rick. He doesn't have the best players on the field like he's had every other year of his career. Yeah, of course I get crushed yesterday by Devin Singletary in every league that I don't own him in, who I never would have played him. He beat me. But see, that's the I think the Panthers are a playoff caliber team with what they have right now. And I don't think they should be tanking. Guys, trust me, Baker will get it. I still don't equate the problems in Cleveland to just Baker Mayfield. I think they made a good choice getting him. I actually like Baker Mayfield. He hasn't looked great yet, but come on, that's a brand new quarterback with a new team. That shit, you're not going to look good. You don't, but you have creative ways to scheme around it because you have an elite all-world running back. So you can make the defense make him be the focus, so you can't just have a blatant pass rush on a guy. Once again, scheme problems there. But this is where we're going to see great coaches come to mind and turn it around. See, I don't even think he's a douche. I like his attitude. He's not nearly as bad as Manziel was with being the uber douchiness. All right, we got one last one. Hi, Greg. How are you doing, by the way? Look what you made me do. Yeah, he was. Johnny Manziel was the worst. A human being and player. Honestly, he was uber talented though, but his attitude and I don't think people liked him. I think people like Baker Mayfield though. But these are things we don't know. Oh, by the way, I don't think they're gonna suck either. I think that defense is that good. I think Cooper Rush is not the answer, but he was admirable last week. Honestly, Austin, that game cost me more. That game cost me more of my fantasy wins because I fucking started I kept my Chargers defense going. Now, losing Bosa during that game probably was the bigger problem. But I thought for sure before this week that it was all, smoke and mirrors with them. They put an ass whooping on the Chargers. I think that team might be for real. Not as for real as the Jags teams back when they got screwed out of the Super Bowl for the Patriots on a bullshit fumble call that they blew the play dead instead of letting it run out. That should have been a touchdown with Bortles at the helm. But I think that team might be legit. I think the Jags might be legit. Now, obviously, we're only through 3 weeks, but as of right now, I'd say legit. But that was one, going into it, I honestly thought the Jags were going to be terrible. But their offensive line, fucking good. Trevor Lawrence. Do you know who's not legit? Miami's not legit. I'm sorry. Tua is a horrible quarterback, dude. He's a step above Tebow in terms of quarterbacking. But once again, I think what the Dolphins start is going to prove to us. Hang on a second here. Let's see. I think this is just a confirmation. Hello. All right, perfect. Good. Sorry, that was a... Yeah, I definitely started Kirk, and he's a secondary flex. He's my second flex in the Guillotine League. That Guillotine League, guys, I gotta say, best ball for fantasy might be... It's so much more fun than anything else. Best ball, I gotta say, best ball is so much more fun. It's even though we did it for the Guillotine League, which has been going pretty fun, because none of us really know a correct strategy to play. Like, I've already spent all of my auction budget. I picked up Mahomes and AJ Brown in the first 2 weeks. but that was all of my budget. So now now I'm out of money, but my team is solid. The team that's for real that I think is the best team in football right now, and I'd love to hear before I even state mine. Let's see who somebody else gets it. I know Greg's gonna hate saying it, but it's a fact. I mean, we got a team that is, I mean, hands down, way better than everyone else right now. Yes, the Eagles are the best team in football. Jalen Hurts can fucking throw them. No, Miami isn't. I still don't think Miami even makes the playoffs. But it just goes to show you, though, you put elite wide receivers around a shit quarterback, and he's going to be good. And when I say Tua is a shit quarterback, he's a shit quarterback. Hurts a guy going from what 50% completion up to 70. Yeah, they are hands down right now the best team in football. Oh wow, I turned away thinking that was Jar for certain. The Eagles are the most impressive thing I've seen out there. It's sick to watch, and they're a fun team to watch, and their defense is they're fucking dogs out there. It's a hell of a team. Miami, I feel like it's smoke and mirrors, dude. Those guys are going to break plays all the time. But it just goes to show you, like, Geno Smith is fantastic. Honestly, I was scared. Oh, you can't tell, but right now we can tell they are the best team in football. That was stupid. Why am I dumb? I knew that was too long, and I hit it anyway. All right, we'll save the birdie. Whew. Now I don't know if I lose this. Already, though, this year, by far the hardest year that I've had to pick games on. This week I went 5-1 on my picks, and if I go 6-0, I get a share of like 20 grand a week. I went 5-1 with the only loss I took was that Raider. I had the Raiders -2, and if they get that 2-point conversion, I end up that's a good day. We have a good day. But it's like you got to pick 6 games, college or NFL, and if you get all 6 right, you take a share of the weekly prize, and then there's a full season prize. I think it was like $300 to enter, and there's like 15,000 people in it. I think the Lions are, honestly, I think the Lions might be the best team in the North. I said it before the season, too, so please don't think that's just me jumping on a bandwagon. That was I predicted they win the North this year. I just think that one has not been ranked correctly yet. I don't think the Lions spreads have been. I think people are still thinking it's the Lions. That's it. They're still like, oh, it's the Lions. They suck. They haven't watched that team. That team's really good. I think it's a really good team. And trust me, I would not. I think that Vegas has figured it out now, and the Lions spreads won't be that big anymore. Yeah, like this chip before where I'd be like, okay, I can try to make it. I'm going to give it a good chance. I don't know what it's going to do. So now I hit a flop shot at it rather than hitting a wedge at it, rather than trying to chip at it. But we had some good football talk. Guys got to see a cycle. The event this week's pretty fun. Let's get out there, bang on that. As you can see, it separates a lot. Lemon and I and a couple others are up way hard. Who are they playing this week? I didn't even look at the schedule. But nonetheless, we'll talk more football come Wednesday night. And Wednesday night will probably be a nighttime show again. Friday back to daytime. But we'll figure out some schedules here. I will see you guys all Wednesday. Maybe jump one in between here if I'm feeling like playing. Everybody have a great rest of your day. Enjoy the night. We'll see you guys back Wednesday. Word of mouth is out. We'll see you later.